Alright, so here's the valve cover video. So then, doing the maintenance on this bad boy already. Filters and everything done. So these, you have to pull that tab back. Then you're able to press it and unplug it. Alright? Alright. Now, let's see if these come right out. Because if they don't, we'll take this route, which is over here. Yeah, we're going to take this route. Loosen that bad boy. This filter should be just pushed in there, right? Let's see. Lift, pull out. There you go. Instant filter removal. Alright, so we want to take this from here to get the whole thing out of the way. What? Another special itchy compa down here. Let's see. Let's see what that is. I gotta do some investigating on this one. I never saw this kind of clip. I'll figure it out. Let's see. Alright, it has a little tab that you push here, but what does that make it do? Does it make it go up or down or what? Oh, you just lift that tab and pull it back. See that? You just lift that tab and you pull it off. Alright? Alright. Okay. Should have a screw in here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Seems like it's just sitting in there. Yeah, just sitting in the rubber pieces there. So you probably got to get this one off first. And you just pull it out of the rubber there. See? There you go. Instant access. This piece of rubber is going to have to come out anyway. From what I'm gathering here. It's going to be in the way. Let's see. These are supposed to lift up like so. See? Lift those up. Yeah, I don't know why I have to use a big bar like this. These suckers are in there. See? I lift those up. And this should come out like so. Instant more access. Alright. So we have something here that is not connected, which is this. It's just sitting there like that. And it's all brittle. Yeah. Junk. I'll zip tie it there. Alright, so I'm gonna push down on these things and pull them up. There's another one here. Push down on them and pull up. Push down and pull up. And there you just pull it out of the plastic hole there. A spark plug. Oil plugs here. Just push down on the clip. Oh, I'm gonna have to use two hands. Give me a second. You know, I keep forgetting about my Amazon fingermajiggers. These are 4 plugs like this. Let's see if it's gonna work. Get a nice grip on it. Oh yes. Yes indeed. The Amazon Fingamajiggers. I saw this on I think it was Snapchat or YouTube. I think it was YouTube. I deleted my Snapchat. Alright. So you want to pull those spark plugs out of there. And this hose will come off. That's the one we just took off. That'll come off with the thing there. Leave the dipstick in there. Should be able to lift it up through here. But let's get that intake off and get it out of the way. So all this is connected to this. So again, you want to pull these off. Here's a special one, the tab. Press the tab first. This one is Amazon plier deal. See? It does make it a lot easier. And this one here is that special thing back there again. See? See that? See what I just did? Pull that off, put it to the side here. Alright. Get this one off. There's 2 clamps. Seems like it's gonna come right off. Oh yeah, okay. That's the brake booster. And we have another guy back here that needs to go. Once you get the hose to wiggle, it'll come right off, see? Boy, this thing's got a lot of plugs on it. I don't know, Danny, this is a plug mobile. Alright, so let's, this looks like something special, like the EGR valve. Is that an EGR valve, everybody? Let me know, leave a comment. Alright, so that's going to be a little toughy to get to. So let me see how it works. If I could pop these off. Where's it go? It just goes inside the intake. Something else under here holding, I feel it. It's like a bracket that goes down here. Alright, so let me take these 2 10s off and see if that'll, allow that thing to come up and come off. Excuse me, but they're a number 8, not a 10. So if I could find an 8 now, yeah. Let's just see if they're gonna come right off now. They sure will. They sure will. Alright. So now we're getting to the screws, so we'll put another one of those things there. Let's see what that thing wants to do now. Does it want to come out of there? Oh, sure it does. Oh, yeah. Alright. So that's broken loose. Once we break this all loose, we could probably slide that out of there. So let's get the same 8. Start breaking these intakes loose. thought that was a broke bolt, but it's like a stud. You get an extension. Very slushy out there. I was doing some did a 2-head mini split yesterday. I've been getting a lot of them from a buddy of mine. He does additions, so he gives me all the mini splits. I know I haven't been making videos about it. That's because yesterday was a bad one. It was freezing. So these bolts seem like they have a washer on the end, which means they don't come out. They stay inside there. Just that one comes out. Let's see. Oh, I got that bracket under here. There's a bracket here. Right here. See that? You gotta get that off. So let's disconnect the extension. Try to get in there without it. Right there. See that bolt right there? That goes through the bracket. I don't know if there's only one. Let's see. Oh, there's another one on the end here. So there's 2 of them. How do I get the other one? Alright, so I put a short extension on and I went in through here and got that one off. I think that's it. There's 1, 2, that's it. I don't feel anything back here. There it is. Okay, let me get 2 hands on this. Alright guys, so this goes in and it turns and goes up to here. So it's not coming out. That's what's holding me, you see? Goes in there. I feel it. It's right here though. Like, I don't know why the intake can't go that way. It's filthy. I have to clean that. Alright, so it's a 1 1/8 down there. I was able to put it on and give it a little bop with the hammer. And surprisingly, it broke loose. I sprayed it with WD. And the bad boy's coming off. Like I said, I don't like to mess with the EGR. I like to disconnect them from there. I don't like to mess with it down here or in other places, but this left me no choice. I was going to try to get it up top here, but couldn't get the wrench in there. So I'll just do it down here. Okay. Alright, so we'll pull this whole thing out now. Alright. So we got it out, and it's full of oil. That's to be expected because of the it's not even that long. Because of the EGR valve. The EGR valve goes in there. And that's where the waste oil goes in and gets reburned again. So now you see we're here. Got a text message somebody about plowing their driveway. Let me check that. Alright, thought I was recording, but they're number 8s, coil packs. Just pull them right out. Unplug them, pull them out. Let me pop all these screws out. Making sure I got every bolt on this. And I believe I do. The back ones are going to be a little easier than the front. The front, I don't know how I'm going to get those front bolts. But the back one, you can kind of feel with your hand and feel where they are. Just got to make sure I'm not forgetting one. The cam sensor's got to come out. This was holding it. Let me check that out. There's two bolts, one in here and one in here, that are holding it. See? That cam sensor doesn't have to come out. This should be able to lift over it. No, I need two hands. Alright, he's got dual overhead cams here. And I heard a bolt drop down the bottom there. Gotta be underneath here. Oh! Let's see if I, oh, there it is. You see the rubbers it comes with on it? I'm gonna change every one of those rubbers. I don't know if these are trying to see if this is leaking. I mean, I see it all gunky right here in the front here. See it? Can you see it? I don't know. It's all gunky here in the front. Alright, let me get this front one, see how I can get these bolts in the front off. Yeah, they're really in there. Got one bolt messing with me down here. Can't really see it. So I'm getting it with the extension with the short socket. I got 3 of them out of the front. I think there's only 3. Well, on the back one there's 1, 2, 3, 4. But here they don't have 4 on this one because it has the dipstick here. They have it on the end here. Alright. There's something wrong with that one down there. I might have to put the Irwin on it. Because it's not working, it's not coming out. Let me see if this will get on it. Gotta find that now. I'm having such a hard time with this one bolt. Somebody must have been in here before because this bolt is like, it is in there and it's like over tightened and the 10 is stripping off of it. It's a number 10, but it's stripping off of it. This is gonna have to be a continuation. And I thought they had something like this, but it's not that. You know, a small 8 and then a number 10 behind it. But that's not the case. It is. It's just the bolt is like stripped. The head of it. thing has so much wires, this car. There's so many plugs. Look at this. There's so many plugs, so much emissions on this thing. So you can see what I'm dealing with. It's another rotted out bolt on the valve cover. I have no idea I'm gonna get that out of there. Alright. Hold on. Alright, so we gotta cut that bolt off. There's no way. I gotta get the Dremel from out of the truck. Give me a second. So I'll use something like this. You just see what we got here, right? We got this. Yeah, to be able to cut through that, I gotta cut through that. See? Been working on this banana brain thing here for a minute now. Look how much, look at the amount of oil that's inside this intake. It's down there. I really don't want to take this radiator, everything out. I don't want to go through all that. Let me see what I can do here. Guys, I think I got it. Yes, I got it. Oh, man. I used the Irwin again. I really whacked on it with the hammer. Got him to really stick on it. Let's see if this valve cover wants to come up now. Oh, we'll definitely be changing that one. Well, I'm gonna weld something on it. A nice good nut on it. Alright, there it is. It's loose. Let me pull it out of here. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. But I'm going to tell you anyways. Another one in the front here rotted out. Down in here. In the front there. I got to get the Irwin on there. See if I can get that one off. Here's what I'm doing. I'm hitting this ratchet as I'm ratcheting it. Feels like I got it. See how the wires are moving? Looks like the valve cover's moving. I think I got it. I hope I got it. Because, man, this is a real pain in you know what. Let me see if I got it. Alright. So it's off. And there's the culprits. There's one, there's two. That one came off. This one was tough to get off. This was the real tough one. I'm gonna have to weld a nut on that or something. You have another issue here now. Everything is so brittle underneath this vehicle. This fuel line popped right off. Goes from there to there. He's gonna have to go to the dealer and get that. Or Amazon. Or somewhere. Alright, be back. Alright. Let's get them torn down, and here's the fuel line. Very brittle. I was taking that end off, and I was taking this end off, and it just, I heard it, that was it. Plastic. Alright, so, here's the bottom of it. So I was telling him that he was buying just this rubber gasket. And I told him he needed, all the rubbers, so got this one. Comes with the spark plug, gaskets and everything, see? Cam, see? In here. Right, let me get a pick. Alright, it takes some time, but they have these tabs, these little spots, you see? Where they go there. And then you gotta find your way, but the skinny part of the gasket comes up. Alright, the fat part goes down. Skinny part is what makes the seal. But here, that's why they make you put silicone there. Just make sure it's in all the way around. Make sure it sits all the way down in there. Nice and tight. I sprayed it with brake cleaner, but it's like the oil's all in this cover here. It keeps leaking out. So it's in. Now we'll do these, and I believe the other one is for there. This one goes in there. But from, you knock the whole thing out. Alright. See? That's where the other ones are, see? On this side, they stayed on the head. On that side, they must have come off with the valve cover. Yeah, you see? They're in the valve cover. You gotta pull those out, and then you put the new ones in. Just pop them in there. And make sure you get them down in there. Like those are, you see? They'll turn into that when you tighten it in, trust me. What I do with the pick. This is the way they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be in here. But we're not working on that one now. We're doing this one. Alright, so we just gotta get these. Same deal. Fat side down. And the rubbers around the edge have to sit in there. You gotta get them to go down in there. See, I feel them going down and they're grabbing. So when you go to put this in, they don't fall out. See? The rubber, little tits that are sticking out around the edges have to be in like that, alright? Alright, so you want to get a socket that's about the size of the seal. And put it in there like that, and then whack it like this. There it is. See? Came right out. Now put it back in. Flip it over. Put that. Oh, I could go in by hand. Look at that. Yeah, just push it in by hand. Make sure bottom's out. We gotta get all these bolts out anyway. So I have a seal set here. And I'll use the new one in, and yes, it's all the way down in there. Perfect. Alright. So to get the bolts out, you lay it down flat and you boom, you push on it and they all pop up. I'm going to show you how to get these off, see? You just put a pick behind it and you pop it off. And then on the valve cover, this one is going this way. So on top here, I have a regular one. So you get back up here, you go like this. Well, you gotta get it off the thing. And just wiggle it in there. Hold on, wife's calling. Yeah, so they have to be out before you put the new rubber on. So you gotta pull them out. I put them all in like a banana head. But I'm gonna put this on without those bolts and then pop the bolts in. So I'll take these all back out. So I welded a nut on these, 7/16 nut. Okay. And so you want to get your surface clean like that. And these are the spots, you see, where they go together. One there, one down here, and one over here. That's where you got to put the silicone on the gasket. That's where those tits are. So you fill them up with silicone. I'll put it on here, on the head, because it's gaskets. These valve covers are hard to get in here. This is forget about it, man. So I welded the nuts I just showed you. Just tack welded a nut on there. Best I could. We'll put those back in, tighten them down. Just get all the surfaces where the rubber's going to sit clean. Let me drop that one in. See? Little spots. And I'm going to put it on the gasket too. Okay, now understand, because this bolt has this washer, you have to tighten this down until it stops. Alright? This one's in. Now I put these spike ones where I welded the nut up here. So for the next guy who has to do it, if something happens, he can get those off easily. Coils are in. This guy's in here. I plug these coils in. Then I'll do the why isn't this one plugged in? There it is. I'll do that one tomorrow. This is alright. Still gotta put the rubbers on those. Make sure we got enough. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 we need. 2, 4, 8, 10, 15, 14. Oh, there's one on there already. I did one already. Right there. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can do that real quick. My wife's calling me to go down and cook dinner. What time is it? Yeah, she'll wait a minute. So on this one here, it's just there and there. There and there. See it? Alright, they're both in. Torque down. I'll be back tomorrow. I had enough. Alright, so this is the fuel line repair kit. It's all pressure fit. So I'll have to cut that off, and underneath there is a plastic. All inside this whole thing is plastic pipe. What I have to make sure first is that this part fits on here. So let's do that. Alright, so there it is. Fits on there and it locks. Perfect. and then quick releases. Alright, so we gotta cut this, see where this is gonna go. Let me set the intake on there first, make sure this doesn't need to be bent or anything. And it goes together with a bob fitting. I've done this before and the cars are still on the road. I'll be back. Alright, so we're gonna put the intake on because we have access to the white rag with brake cleaner. You'll see it takes all that stuff off. See all the varnish. Get a nice clean surface. Take the oil off. Alright. Put the intake on because we can get to the fuel line with no problem with the intake on. All the plugs I plug back into where they go. This one goes on the top of the intake, so I'll put it there. Alright. Always got to stagger them. Just tighten one down. Stagger them out. And just stay on one side, tighten them all down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright. And there you have it. Intake installed. Okay. Click. Hear my torque wrench? Click, click. Hear my torque wrench? Click. Click. It's my torque wrench over here. Click. This one here. Click. Done. Installed. Alright, so we can go to the thing now. Plug in all the sensors that are unplugged. This one goes into the EGR over there. This hose, you remember, goes on here. Alright. This one goes in here. Right there. The EGR. Let's get some light on the situation over here. So we gotta get that bad boy. I already put him back in there, so we want to get him on there first, loosely, down at the bottom here. Just so, where is he? I gotta do it by feel. Oh yeah, he's on there. Alright, now we gotta put this guy inside. Like that. Okay. Perfectamundo. Now, which were those two screws? Was it these? I believe so. I believe into so. Yes, sir. So we would tighten those in there with our number 8 Rachedo. All right. All right. Decide again real quick. There you go. EGR valve installed. Oh, we gotta put the thing on. Remember this one, you didn't have to do the clamps, it slid right on. It's the brake booster, and this is the plug here for that. We will zip tie it to this. Once I'm all together, now we gotta get down there and tighten that bad boy. That big bad boy right there. Now we had the wrench out because we used it to break it off. Where is it? That was the wrench that I leaned on the fuel line. I just sat it on the fuel line and went pop and it broke. The fuel line. So that line was about to break any day now. Lucky it broke now because God forbid it'd be on the highway driving and thing break, get a static elect charge here, we got a big explosion on the highway and he's doing 70, 80 miles an hour. Of course my brother's a stunt man. He's like me. Oh, here's the wrench, it fell down here. He'll be alright. But still, we don't want it to happen. Yes, I'm in here with this big giant wrench. And I should have tightened that, yeah, before I put the intake on, but I'm getting a nice swing on this. Guys, I'm going to show you this toolbox I just purchased. Because I didn't tell you, I think I told you, I don't know. But I got a lot of mini splits I've been doing. And my wife's been helping me. And I got her running back and forth. I got like 3 bags, but she's got to run back and forth. Tools and stuff. Look at this thing I bought. This thing is better than anyone out there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Look at this. Ming. Watch this. Watch me now. Watch me now. You want to get this off? All the other ones, you got to pull a thing here, pull a thing there. You got to do all that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. How you doing? Take it off. Put it to the side. You can get to the next one. Boom. And it has all these features, like, and look how fast. Look, watch this, look. I paid like $150 more than all the other ones, but this thing is heavy duty. It's real strong. Real strong. It's got all these pieces, these things here for accessories. They have a coffee mug thing that clips right on there, and you can put your coffee there while you're working. They got another wood top, workbench top, click, that clicks into here, that my wife's gonna get me. They have a cooler that goes on this side, boom, 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 boom. They got like separate things. It's crazy. This thing's got everything. Out of all the stackables, I went to Harbor Freight, I went to Home Depot, Lowe's. I was gonna get the Milwaukee because it was a little strong, but this thing is like a tank. It's got off-road tires. Come on. You can't go wrong with the bad boy here, all right? Bad boy run, I tell you. All right, so getting back over here, and let's get this all tightened up in here. Then we'll get the fuel line on. And then, yeah, be right back. All right, so I heated it up with the heat gun, and I'm making a shape. Like it's gonna go on here, it's gonna go down, and we're gonna lock it right into this one. So I'm gonna get this one back on here again. Sit it right there, and we're gonna figure out where we're gonna cut this. We'll go down, we want a nice smooth run. So I'm thinking we're gonna cut it right here. Right here. Alright, we cut it there. Now we have to get the barb inside there. Anybody know what I did with that barb? Alright, I think this is the tool to put the barb fitting in. I'll look at this paper. I'm done, like I tell you, oh, there's a barb fitting there. Alright. So the barb is in. They say you don't need no clamps. I didn't use them on the other cars. But now I have to line this up now. And see where we're gonna cut this other one again. Because it's either I go over the thing, the air connector, and come down, or I go under. I think I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna heat this a little more and get a nice, more of a bend on it. I think we got our shape. Now we're gonna put this fuel line over it, just like the factory one, just to protect it. Okay, we're pushed all the way on. Now we'll install it and we'll pressure test it before we wrap it all up. But me being neurotic and worried about my brother, I'm gonna put clamps on these ends. I'll be worried about anybody. But this is gonna be zip tied down to here now, but we're gonna pressure test it now. So let's put the key on. Everything else good? Yeah, okay. Let's put the key on and see if we pressurize it, if we get any leaks, because it'll hold the pressure. Yeah, I heard it. I want to get it nice and pressurized. Okay, that should be pressurized now. And we don't have not one leak. Okay, that's what we want. No leaks. So now, I'm going to put a clamp on this, and I'm going to put a clamp on this. Just, like I said, for double protection. Because you don't need a clamp on it. Instructions say you don't need a clamp. But in case, I'll put a clamp. Alright, so we're gonna have it running with this out here. Get this on here. I'm just gonna do a quick start just to make sure that fuel line is totally good. And it's running. Yeah, it's because I gotta put the mass air sensor and everything on it. So let me do all that. It's running. Okay. So she's running. Let me put the mass air sensor and everything on so it'll run good. Alright. Over here. All this stuff. This. I'm going to zip tie that fuel line down. Let me do that first. Well, all right. Danny Brosco, part 2. Back on the road. Here goes the bad boy run. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Let it run. I'm going to let it get hot. I'm going to rev it up. Oh, the bad boy run. So I got my hose outside, so we shouldn't be leaking anything in here. And let it run. Make sure the oil leak is solved. Let's put this intake thing back on. Should have done that before I put this on. We can do this easily. And there you have it. how to do valve covers. And you can see the silicone every corner where I tell you where the case is split there. You put the silicone, that is to avoid a leak. And we'll let it run. Make sure it has no check engine lights, and make sure it has no leaks. That's the main thing if you had a bad oil leak on this. And I parked it in a spot right now that if it starts leaking, I'll see it. I got it on cardboard. Yeah, so it's gonna smoke a little because of the there's the fuel line, from here up. The repair is around here somewhere. I put tape, but it's going up through here and right into there. So that's all good. Smoking is all the lubricants I put on. Let me put a zip tie on that thing there. Alright, we're not gonna call this one a lemon, Danny. We're gonna call the bad boy zip tie. You know what I'm saying? We'll call the bad boy zip tie. Because it's got zip ties on it. But yeah, he thought it was a rod bearing issue. But nah. This bad boy. If it was rod bearings, it would be making the noise right now. While it was cold. It would start making a noise. Remember these? Push them in. Push that one in. I got the heat on, so I don't want to open up the door. It's smoking a little because of the sprays on the engine. Alright, we get all these tools off of here. That's how you do valve covers. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. If not, okay, your prerogative.